honestly, the majority of the violent crimes, like armed robberies and stuff like that, they were being committed by young black men, black boys, excuse me. And you could kind of see it. You could see, like, we would deal with juveniles, 7, 8, 9, as young as 3 or 4, cussing their parents out, okay? But you'd see it around 9, 10, 11. You'll see where it's like somebody's got to intervene. Okay, I'm going to try, but we got to try something a little bit different, because if not, you got about a year or two and that child is gone. But armed robberies and that kind of stuff were being committed by 13, 14, and 15. So it was a very unique opportunity for me because I didn't grow up in an area like that. I grew up in a mixed community growing up for like the first half of my childhood, and then mainly all white the second half. So I didn't know what it was like to grow up in urban areas, inner city, nothing. So I had to interject myself because I didn't understand, like, why are they selling drugs on the corner? You can make money doing other things. I didn't understand any of the lifestyle, any of the anything. So I interjected myself into that community. I got out of the police car. I started talking to them. And they have drugs on them, standing next to me. And they're nervous. You see them throwing. I'm like, hey, I'm not here for the drugs or anything. I'm just here to try to understand this. You know what I mean? I want to get to know you. There's a reason why. And I realized that their definition of success, it's just your definition of success and then what your environment is showing you that's successful. So in that environment, the people that are successful are selling drugs or doing other things. They have the cars, the money, the women. They have all the physical things that signify success. So that's the route to take. People that grow up in other areas, they might have other examples. So in essence, we're the same. How about I try to show you some different things that you could be doing? Because when we did the math in law enforcement, the average person selling drugs on the corner, once you take into account every time they get arrested, the fines that are involved, the drugs they lost, the money they owe the drug dealer, all that stuff, they're making a little over $5 an hour. You can go and make way more than that and not have to worry about getting robbed or the police or just this lifestyle. I had to interject myself into that community, into our community, to understand it. And that's when I started to understand why the juveniles were doing what they were doing. It was not a lot of like parenting, wasn't a lot of oversight. A lot of times it was they were living with their grandparents. The grandparents were too old, running in and out of the house all the time. They're being raised by themselves. But they've got their gang of dudes because that's their family. And it's no different than ours. We have to have that as a human being. It helped me understand just more about their life. And it helped me exercise a lot more empathy, compassion, love. And I wanted to talk to them because I realized, damn, every time the police come in these areas, we're locking people up. What kind of example are we setting? Especially when I was a K-9 and when I was running a task force, I had several guys on me, and our job was to, under me, our job was to go out and get the criminals, period. When I look at law enforcement, we're supposed to be the pillar of the community. We're supposed to be the example. We're supposed to be who people look to, right? To show them or lead them down the right path. We got to do that in our community.